Now, the president of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, today launched his campaign for another term. Paul Kagame has already served 2 7-year terms and stands as one of the longest-serving presidents in Africa, having served as leader of the country in the last 30 years. At the launch of his campaign, Paul Kagame said Rwanda is aware of its history and owns its development, hence will define democracy on its own term. Caleb Kuda is in Rwanda and has been following his campaign and sent through this report.
The colors of this flag behind me looks familiar, but do not be mistaken, we are not in Ghana. We are in Rwanda, precisely the University of Rwanda Busogo campus, and this is in the Musanze district in the northern province of Rwanda. Now, what is happening here is that today is the official start of campaigning ahead of this year's election, which will be happening on the 14th of July for Rwandans in the diaspora and the 15th of July for Rwandans in Rwanda. Now, the Rwandan Patriotic Front, whose candidate is current President Paul Kagame, is kicking off this mammoth campaign at this university campus. Mr. Kagame is expected to launch his campaign later today. He'll be expected to address his supporters and the crowd here. Mr. Kagame is coming against his contenders, Frank Habineze, who is representing the Green Party of Rwanda, as well as Philip Payimana, who is an independent candidate. Now, it's clear from the polls that Mr. Kagame is in pole position, but we are here to bring you a coverage of this particular election. So let's talk to some of the supporters here and find out what the sentiments are on the grounds of the Busogo campus.
You see us here? This is because we want this to work and we love the leadership that we have. I think at the heart of our leadership is people first. People are the center of decisions. Everything we do here, even when the government makes a decision, we now trust that it's for the good of us.
I see you are happy. You're Donald Kagame, always my choice. Yes. Why is Kagame always your choice?
No, I think it's simple. One, if you look at what is sacrificed for this country, we can only pay back like on days like this. We don't get an opportunity to do that for so many years. You know, if you're Rwandan, if you're young, even if you don't make it, you have hope. For me, that's a big deal. Wow. With providing stability, providing opportunity, and knowing that it will come even if it doesn't come now.
President Kagame spoke largely in his native language to his people. But the party spokesperson, Natalie Munyampenda, has been explaining what the president said to the people of Rwanda. She tells us that the president relayed to the people that they, as Rwandans, are a sovereign people and they have the right to determine and define what democracy means to them.
No, he's here speaking to the people who will vote for him. No one in the West will vote for President Kagame to be president again. So he's speaking to Rwandans about what we have decided as a country. We're a country that has democracy by consensus. We sit together even with opposing parties through a forum of political parties and decide how we're going to govern the country, whether it's the constitution, whether it's even the manifesto of the ruling party has taken feedback from all around the country, from citizens. So he was basically saying, we know what we've decided together and let's get to work.
The president, Paul Kagame, invited the youth to take active part in the politics of Rwanda, which led us to ask the spokesperson if he truly wants the young people to be represented in the politicking of Rwanda. Why not cede power to a younger generation? This was her response.
In Rwanda, the highest office is important, but it's not the only office. If you look at the people who are governing this country, whether it's in the public and the private sector, you'll notice among African countries we're one of the ones that have the youngest governments. And so young people are involved, they are making decisions, and they are taking accountability for the building of this country, the developing of this country. Even in the party, many of the positions, commissioners' positions, are held by young people many who are under 30. So it's actually something that's quite unique to Rwanda, because young people are already involved. There will be a time where there will be another president, and we just don't want it to be right now. And it's our choice as Rwandans.
The leadership and the youth of Rwanda are clear. They will define their own democracy on their own terms and not succumb to the pressure of the rest of the world on what democracy should be. From Rwanda, in the east of Africa, I am Caleb Kuda for Channel One TV.